Hello, Scory here with another LiveTime video. Today's video is going to go over X2 transponders. Once you get them in the mail, what do you do with them to get them activated and ready to go so you can then mount them to your vehicle and start racing? So when you order one, this is what a typical X2 box looks like. The first thing you want to double check is on the actual box, it'll tell you what X2 transponder it's for. So you can actually order one that's car/bike, was the one I've got here. That's if you're racing dirt oval or a MotoGP type of motorcycle bike, that sort of thing. Remember, there are also other versions. So there's an MX version for motocross. There is a karting version as well. So be sure to check the version you got here, and if it's not the model that you ordered or the one that you need, this is the point to stop and call us or check your order to make sure you got what's right. So with that, I'm going to open this up and we're going to take a look at what's inside. Okay, I've opened the box and I've taken out all the relevant parts over here. So here's the box it came with. There's some fun stickers and things here that you can work with later. But here's really what you need to focus on. Here is the transponder itself. You'll notice on the side it says the model again. This is car/bike. So verify that when you open it and you take a look that it matches what you intended to get. If you wanted motocross, this should say MX. If you wanted karting, it should say kart. Just make sure that it's correct. Also on the front, you'll notice that there's a transponder number here. This is the 7-digit number that when you cross a finish line will get sent to whatever timing system is being used. So if they ever need to know what transponder number you're using, this is your unique transponder number right here. Okay, now you're going to notice that there isn't a plug or a charging cable or a USB port or anything like that because it doesn't have one. This is basically just a big case that has the antennas and things in it and a battery in it. But to hook up to it, you're going to need this other piece here. This is called the MYLAPS race key. This race key on the back will slide in and attach to the transponder, and I'll show you that in a minute. Also comes with a USB cable. The USB cable goes into the race key, and the race key slides on and attaches to the transponder. And that's how you can, with all of that set up, how you can charge this, and you can also connect it to a computer, which you're going to have to do with some software to initially activate it. This thing has a brain in it, and it knows when it's activated and when it's not. So if you just charge this thing, hook it up to your car and go racing, you're going to be real disappointed at the end of the night because you're not going to get any laps. This thing needs to know that it's activated. It has a subscription built into it, and if you buy one that's got a 1-year subscription, after a year, you're going to have to hook this back up to a computer and re-update the subscription so it continues to talk to the race lap. I'll show you all of that here in a minute, but first I'm going to show you how all of this connects. Okay, so here I have the transponder and I have the race key. On the back of the transponder is a little indent where you can slide in and snap it. So you'll see this goes through here. You just hook it up to the pack and you makes a little bit of a clicking noise. And then on the race key itself, there's a little area where you can open it up. And I'll do that here real quick. And you'll notice there's a USB connector right inside here. So all I have to do is take the USB cable that I was supplied and I plug it right in here. All right, and then this is what it should completely look like set up. So the race key is connected to the transponder and the race key itself through USB. Now with this cable connected here, I can hook this up to my computer and I can talk to it and activate it. Okay, the next thing you're going to need to do is you need to go open up a web browser and go to account.mylaps.com. And when you go there, this is the page that's going to show up. It's going to ask you for an email password to get into your account. If you're brand new to MYLAPS and you've never had a transponder with them before, you're going to need to create a new account. That account is going to allow you to log in, register your transponder, and register your subscription renewals when it comes time. So from here, you're going to need to click Create a New Account. When you do that, the system will originally ask you for your first name, last name, and an email address. Go ahead and do that and create an account. Or if you already have a MYLAPS account, go ahead and log in, and then we'll show you how to register your transponder. Okay, now that I've logged in, you'll see that I have access to all the different settings in my profile. You should also notice that your name shows up in the upper right corner here. Mine's Corey, so there you are. The next part here is you're going to want to click this button that says Register Transponder. Go ahead and click on that, and you should notice that it asks you for the transponder number itself. So just go ahead and type in the number here and click the Register button. Okay, so now that we've registered the transponder, it now shows up in our account. So here it is listed under the Corey Kroll account, my account, that X2 car bike transponder that I showed you earlier. You should just double check, make sure that the number that's showing up here is the correct transponder number. Also, the subscription here should be listed correctly for how many days left you have before it expires. So if you're ever curious at how many days you have left before you have to renew, you can certainly go here to check it out. Now the next part is that even though your account knows about your transponder now, you still have to program the transponder itself to be able to get the subscription. And to do that, you'll have to go into Manage Products. So go ahead and click on that, and this should take you to an area that gives you a little bit more detail about your transponder. But MYLAPS offers a nice reminder saying don't forget to transfer your license to your transponder. And you're going to need to download software for that. So I'm on Windows 7 right now. I think you can download this for Windows 7, 8, Windows 10 as well. But basically all you need to do is click on this Download MYLAPS Connect. And that's the name of the software you'll be using, MYLAPS Connect. So I'll click on this. And in the next section here, it's going to start automatically downloading. I'm using Google Chrome, so this is going to be a little bit different based on what browser you're using to download. But it should start running automatically, or at least start downloading automatically for you. In Google Chrome, it downloads it here in the lower left corner, and once this is finished, I'll be able to click on it, and it should prompt me to run and install the software. So not a very big download, 7.8 megs, so if you're on a regular broadband connection or something, this shouldn't be too huge of a file to download. Once this is done, I'm going to head and click on it, and Windows should eventually here prompt me to run and install the software. So here's the pop-up. It's telling me, do I want to run the software? I'm going to go ahead and click Run and let the installer do its job. At this point, it's also going to want to install some software to talk directly to your computer. Absolutely allow this and hit install. If you don't do that, your software is not going to talk to your transponder, so you definitely want to install it. Okay, we're all finished. I'm going to go ahead and click Finish here, and I'm going to tell it to automatically launch the MYLAPS software. Okay. Now that I have installed the software and started it up, the MYLAPS Connect software, which I'm running right now, should ask me for my email and my password. This is the same email and password that you use to log into the website. So I'm going to go ahead and just type that in right now. Okay, and I'm going ahead and click Login. Now once this is online, you're going to notice that not only is it prompting me to plug in my transponder with the race key, which we showed earlier, but that it already recognized that I have this transponder set up here with the subscription setup. So I'm going to go ahead and plug in my transponder now through USB into my computer. You should hear a sound for Windows when it's connecting to it. When it does, it may ask you to install some software. Just give it a moment or two to let it install. But once you're done, then you should see that no longer is it asking you to connect, but that it actually now has this check mark and says, hey, the subscription has been successfully transferred to the race key. If not, you may get a button here to do it. Let it renew the subscription, and then you'll be all set. But ultimately, this is what it should look like once the entire transponder and race key are all set. At this point as well, you have the option to click and renew if you need to renew your subscription. Just a helpful reminder here, LiveTime does sell renewal cards, and they typically are cheaper than to go directly through MYLAPS. So feel free to reach out and talk to us if you're about to get a subscription. We can probably do a very good deal for you. But at this point, you're all set. So I'm going to show you a couple more things about charging your transponder, but your transponder, according to the software here, is now activated and ready to go. If it's powered and you're at the track, it should now be recognized as laps. Okay, back here, just taking a look at the transponder hooked up to a race key. This is currently charging, so you can tell it's flashing here in red, saying it's charging. I just wanted to show you something really quick. When you disconnect the race key, like so, and remove it, what you'll also notice is that now, at the very top, there's a little flash that happens just on the transponder itself. So if you're wondering, hey, how charged is this thing? Every so often this flashes. If it flashes once like it is right now, that means that it's low. If it flashes twice really quick, that means it's at medium. If it does 3 quick flashes in succession, then you know that it's fully charged. So you definitely want to let this sit for a while, and when you unplug it, then when you take a look at it and it flashes, you'll get a good indication as to how charged it is. So definitely keep that in mind too. Make sure it's charged up. Obviously, if you mount this to a car and you're getting it power through some other means, that isn't as big of a deal. So definitely that's how you check it. Just want to let you know. Thank you again for your purchase of an X2 transponder from LiveTime. Please feel free to call us with any questions you have, and good racing.